Hello all, welcome to Let's Do It. To get more such videos, do subscribe to our channel and also press the bell icon to never miss an update from us. We also have courses from different subjects. Do check them out on our website www.letsdoit.com. So, let's start with today's session. The sun is so far away from us, yet we can still feel its light and warmth here on earth. We can use this heat and light of the sun to start a fire. This can be done using refraction and lenses. So, what is a lens? A lens is a transparent medium which is bounded by two surfaces, of which one or both may be spherical. For our purposes, there are essentially two lenses, convex and concave lens, and this is what they both look like. But these are not spherical, right? Well, both convex and concave lenses are made by interaction of two spheres. Let me explain. The shape of a convex lens can be made if we have two spheres and they intersect each other like this. The intersection of the two spheres creates this shape, and this shape is what a convex lens looks like. While for a concave lens, we need to make sure that the spheres do not intersect but are close to each other. This empty space in between is the shape of the concave lens. Now that we know what the two lenses looks like, let's look at the real reason we are here. How do these lenses bend the light? To do that, we will first look at refraction through easier shapes. Let's look at the basics of refraction through a prism-like shape. When the light comes in straight line onto one side of the prism, it is going from air to glass, so it will bend towards the normal, right? Now, when it's leaving the prism, it is going from glass to air, and thus it will bend further away from the normal. Thus, the basic result is that the light will get bended towards the base of the triangle. Now, we will look at another basic shape and how light refracts through it, the rectangular glass slabs. So, what happens when the light is incident on a glass slab straight on? Well, the angle of incidence is 0, so the light will go straight through. So how does this helps us understand how the lenses bend light? Well, what if we make a copy of the prism and turn one of them upside down? Now let's put one of the glass slabs between these two prisms. That's essentially a simplified convex lens, and the light beam seems to be converging at a point. Now that we have the same situation, but the prisms are flipped, and we have to tweak it a little bit to make the slabs little thin. But now that's essentially a concave lens. The light now seems to diverge from a point. This is the reason a convex lens is called converging lens and a concave lens is called diverging lens. Now that we roughly know how the lenses bend light, we should get ourselves acquainted with some terms so that we can have much better view of how lenses make images. Since these lenses are spherical, they have similar terms as spherical mirrors. First term is the optical center. This is the midpoint of the lens and the point where the principal axis goes through the lens. And important thing to know about optical centers of lenses is that any light incident on the optical center of a thin lens suffers no refraction and goes straight through it. The next term is a familiar one, the focus. This is a point where the rays parallel to the principal axis converge or seem to diverge from. Lastly, one somewhat new term is what we call 2f. 2f represents twice the focal length of the lens. This point is equivalent to the center of the curvature of the spherical mirror. Now that we know this, we can look at some ray diagrams. Let's first look at the convex lens. For the first ray diagram, let's keep the object at infinity such that the rays of light are parallel to the principal axis. Well, since the rays of light are parallel to the principal axis, they will converge to the focus. Thus, the image is highly diminished, real, and point-sized at focus. This is how you harness the power of the sun. You can use a convex lens to start a fire in a survival situation. Since a convex lens will converge all the parallel ray of sunlight at the focus, if you keep dry paper or leaves at the focus of the lens, then the converging rays will heat it up and it will start to burn. Thus, convex lenses are really useful in survival situations. Now let's look at a different position. Let's keep the object at 2f. We can take one ray from the top of the object and let it be parallel to the principal axis and be incident to the lens. Since it is parallel to the principal axis, it will pass through the focus on the other side. Let's take another ray from the top of the object in such a way that it is incident on the optical center of the lens. Now we know from earlier that such a ray would just go straight through. Thus, if we see where these two rays meet, it is below 2f on the other side. Let's look at the size of this image. It is the same as that of the object. Thus, we can say that the image is real, inverted, and the same size as of the object, and is formed at 2f. This is similar to what we saw with spherical mirrors. You may find similarities between the way lenses behave and the way spherical mirrors behave. I encourage you to find these similarities as it may help you understand the concepts way better. Now lastly, let's look at the ray diagrams for concave lens. Let's keep the object between 2f and f. Again, we'll use the same approach as before. One ray from the top of the object parallel to the principal axis, incident on the lens. But concave lens is a diverging lens, so the ray of light is refracted such that it looks like it diverges out from the focus. Now, the other ray is incident on the lens such that it is incident on the optical center. Again, like before, it will go through straight. Now if we draw a straight line back from the diverged ray, we can see that it meets the other ray between the focus and the lens. So we can see that the image is virtual, diminished, and between the focus and the lens. In fact, all the images formed by the concave lens are virtual, diminished, and between the focus and the lens. Why is this true? The answer lies in the lens formula, which we will talk about in our next video. Now let's see what we have learned today. We learned what lenses are and the two different types of lenses. We learned how lenses bend light. We learned about the terms related to spherical lenses. We learned about how to make ray diagrams for lenses. And we learned image formations for the two lenses. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video and learned something new. Before you leave, take a look at these online courses on our website www.letstude.com. If you have liked this video, please like, share and subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to never miss another update from Let's Dude. Till then, keep watching, keep learning and follow your curiosity. Thank you.